Greetings YouTube and welcome to a video that I do about 4 times a year. Why? Because it's only about 4 times a year that the Incursion crystals, which I must be allergic to since I just sneezed, only 4 times a year do the Incursion crystals come into the game and they reset. Now I gotta be real with you YouTube. When these things first came out, everybody was hyped for them. All players. But the game's changed. I hear from people every week, both in my alliance and elsewhere, who, even though Incursions is a lot more fun than most content in the game because you get to choose hacks and build up awesome abilities with champions like creating or causing shock and incinerate damage that normally the champs couldn't. But there's still 5 stars in these, right? And if there's one thing I've learned this week, and I'm going to touch on a little bit more in a video today, of course, if you're clicking on this when it's not today, that means nothing to you. But uncollected players right now who need 5-star champions for Act 6 because they're 4 stars that they used to become uncollected mean nothing because they can't actually come with you into Act 6 because of the 4-star restrictions. They're the ones right now after these 5-star Incursions crystals. People who are Cavalier, especially people who have been playing for a while and are looking for the next step in their 6-star roster, meaning the rank 2s and rank 3s and eventually rank 4s, they just don't care that much about 5-star crystals. And I find myself actually in the Incursion store wanting to save most of the time the extra 5,000 Incursion artifacts, because you can see that the average special Incursion crystal is 27,000 and the basic is 22,000, and that 5,000 difference does make a difference to me. However, for the sake of argument, since this video is intended to grade all the crystals and help players, we're going to keep it simple. I have 3 categories when I grade these. Is the champ trash? Or at least trash or average goes in the same. Are you not going to be excited to land on that champion is what I'm saying. Is it a good champion, but it's not a game changer? Maybe it's somebody like Doc Ock, right? Who is a very solid champion, but are you going to take Doc Ock up in the same class before Warlock or before Ghost or before Stark Spidey? No. So, with that being said, let's see how good these crystals are together, and we will start with the Chaos Crystal. Warlock, incredible. Elsa Bloodstone, average. Nightcrawler, average. Mr. Sinister, average. Angela, fine. Proxima Midnight, fine. Abomination, average. Sentry, below average. Mordo, below average. Diablo, below average. This is an example of a crystal that, besides Warlock, it sucks. And you have a 10% chance to get Warlock. And that's why these crystals are so tempting, because you won't find a better drop rate for a 5-star specific champion than these. This is how I got Stark Spidey, finally. After, 80 different 5-star crystals open. But if you have Warlock, or you don't need to awaken your Warlock, this crystal is terrible. If Warlock wasn't in this crystal, I'd give it an F. It's that bad. Now, Warlock in it, I'll give it like a C+, but this is Warlock or bust. And it's kind of a really bad start to this video to say that you don't have another game changer. Usually there's 2 God tier to beyond God tier champs in a 5-star Incursion crystal. You normally have a 20% drop rate to, say, get Warlock or Hyperion. Imagine if they'd replaced, say, a Diablo with the Hyperion, right? You'd be more excited about this crystal. But if you don't need Warlock, steer clear of this trash. It's an F crystal if you take out Warlock from it. All right, the Nightmare Crystal. Dr. Doom is in an Incursion crystal. That is the biggest takeaway. And what did I just say, YouTube? I said at least 2 God tier or beyond God tier champions per crystal. And we're starting out with 5-star Dr. Doom and Guillotine 2099. This crystal is banging. It's amazing. It's so much better than the one we just looked at. Korg, fine. Black Panther, Civil War, trash. Cyclops, trash. Magneto, trash. Heimdall, other than for synergy purposes, he was the MVP of my Abyss run after all, trash. Venom the Duck, great. I still don't have Venom the Duck. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, trash. Rhino, trash. But think about it. Doom, Guillotine 2099, and Venom the Duck, that's a 30% drop rate of a really good champion in this. And then the rest are average to trash. But Doom in an Incursion crystals. That's the takeaway from this. Dr. Doom is the most sought-after champion in the game overall for the people that I talk to every day. They are spending an insane amount of units that they often flush down the toilet at the featured Dr. Doom Cavalier crystals. This is a way better chance to get 5-star Dr. Doom statistically in this crystal than it is in a featured Cav. So keep that in mind. I'm going to give this an A. I'm going to give this a solid 95% win, from a C+ to an A. Look at that. All right, let's go to Genesis. Void, awesome. Black Widow Clairvoyant, awesome. See, you start out the crystal with 2 God tier to beyond God tier champs. Punisher 29.9, trash. Michael Keaton, trash. Winter Soldier, trash. Ronin, really like him. Psylocke, trash. Beast, trash. The New Vision, fine. The Champion, trash. Okay, so this is like a B grade, right? This is a crystal that has some really exciting things at the top, Void and Black Widow Clairvoyant, and then it really decreases from there. Not nearly the upside that the last crystal had, but still better than the first one we looked at. So I'm going to give it a B. So we've had a C+, an A, and a B so far in the grades of the first 3. Let's move on and see if this one evolves literally with the evolution crystal. Corvus Glaive's in here. Heck yeah. Amazing. Hulk Ragnarok, great. Voodoo, great. Man-Thing, Ultron, solid. Civil Warrior, trash. Karnak, trash. Night Thrasher, Gambit, trash. Old Man Logan, fine. This is very similar to the last crystal. Corvus is the top point. And people always say, oh, Prof, Kabam doesn't, have any bias towards certain champions of others. Oh, BS. There's a reason why they list the best champion first in these crystals. They're trying to get you thirsty for the crystal. And Corvus is listed first in this crystal for a good reason. I love Corvus, Hulk Ragnarok, and Dr. Voodoo right off the top. And I've seen some, in all fairness, some people who've said that they really love Man-Thing too, and that he's undervalued by me and others, and that could very well be true. I think this is another example of an upper percent of a B. If you don't have Corvus, if you've been waiting so long to get a 5-star Corvus, you have a 10% drop rate for him, you're going to want to go for him in this crystal. But otherwise, if you have Corvus, obviously you're going to move on to another crystal opportunity. I'm going to give this a B+. Why not? I'll be a little generous and round up. Let's go to war with this next crystal. Okay. Domino, amazing, and Hyperion, amazing. See, that's what I'm talking about. I brought up Hyperion earlier. Throw him in with Warlock. Get excited. Domino, Hyperion, 2 of the best champs in the game right off the top. Electro, trophy champ. He's fine. Luke Cage, awesome. Hood, awesome. Doctor Strange, another trophy champ. So look at the first 5. We've got 2 trophy champs, which you can't get out of the 5-star basic, of Doctor Strange, Electro. And then you've got 2 of the best champions of the game in Domino and Hyperion. And then you also have 2 underrated champions, Luke Cage and Hood. This is an amazingly overall solid crystal so far. Rocket Raccoon, not great. Mysterio, awesome. Falcon, trash. Kingpin, trash. So this is, in terms of drop rates, I think the best crystal for overall value, because only Kingpin, Falcon, and Rocket are really quote-unquote misses, and the rest are good or really good champs. I'm going to give this an A-. I think this is the best overall crystal, other than, of course, the super thirsty Dr. Doom Incursion crystal, which the community is going to be so excited about. All right, last but not least, the Death Crystal. Blade and Sunspot are also in a crystal, and YouTube, you know, if I am hunting for Sunspot, which I am, I've got to go for this. I've got to put my artifacts where my mouth is. Dungeon Buddy, Incursion Buddy. I still like to use dungeons because I am old school, even though it definitely sounds like something that can get you arrested. I'm going to be going for this because Sunspot's in the crystal. We have some great champions coming into the crystal. And Blade or Sunspot, a 20% chance, a 20% drop rate chance to get your Blade or Sunspot. That's amazing. Now, of course, it's going to drop off after that. Drax, trash. Annihilus, trash. Ant-Man, trash. Regular Hulk, trash. Dormammu, solid. Guillotine, fine. Iron Man, trash. Howard the Duck, trash. So, yes, this is a top-heavy crystal. More fair than the first one, was just Warlock. But this is another B+ crystal because of Blade and Sunspot. If you don't need them, ignore it. But I am actually very encouraged by the great champions in these. A lot more encouraged than the past round of Incursion crystals, where I think I bought 1 and then I just opened basics besides that. But there's no doubt that my takeaway, and I would imagine most people's takeaway if you don't have them, comes in the form of the Nightmare Crystal. Dr. Doom headlines Incursion crystals this time. You can get a 10% drop rate of Dr. Doom without spending any units on featured calves that give you almost no chance for a 5 or 6 star Dr. Doom. I'm excited to promote this as a pro player thing that everybody from free-to-play players to whales can take advantage of. So, kabam, kudos to you. Credit where credit is due. This was a great decision to have these new Incursion crystals come out, and you needed a win after the month that is what the month has been. What do you think, YouTube? Are you excited about Dr. Doom or Sunspot or Blade or Corvus in these? I certainly hope you are. Comment below, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching and supporting. When you're talking about crystals, you know it's the Marvel Casino of Champions.